Exams are over.
Finally.
And results are months away.
Do I know you?
Not yet.
I just thought you seemed...
Familiar?
We don't go to the same school.
We don't know the same people.
We've never met before.
But today we're going to meet.
We'll pass each other in the crowd.
And we'll smile.
Because we like the same music.
Because the sun is shining.
Because we're at a festival and there's no reason not to smile.
Time to relax.
Time to breathe out for the first time in a long time.
Time for the long summer after GCSEs.
And I'm excited because I've managed to get tickets.
And I'm excited because my parents said yes.
And I'm excited because it's 3 whole days of music.
And dancing.
Just me and my mates in a field somewhere covered in mud.
And it's like all my worries are melting into the mud.
And everything that happened is being carried away on the wind.
And I'm not that person.
That girl.
That boy.
That attention-seeking girl. I'm just
Tash.
Sophia.
Matt.
3 completely different people.
3 completely different journeys.
3 completely different stories.
At one completely brilliant festival.
So, shall I?
Yeah, go on then.
Sophia, Tash, and Matt present
Hidden. It's a play.
It's about us.
It's about self-worth
Mental health.
and self-harm.
Because we need to work out where it all started.
We need to go back to the beginning.
Way back.
To when I first did it.
Before then.
Way before.
So it can all start to make sense.
So, I'm in year 9, and I don't have a care in the world. I've got great mates. There's Big Barry, Baz. Nobody messes with him, but he's a total teddy bear once you get to know him. Dirty Dan.
So I was with this girl, right? And we were doing it, and she was screaming my name, mate.
Total virgin. Awkward Bob. And we're hanging around with Hayley Chapman and... Bob, mate. Give the girl some space. Seriously, Bob. Be cool. Hayley has that effect on guys. She's so fit, but it's like she doesn't even know. None of us can work out why she hangs around with us, but we're totally chuffed that she does. Oh, and her mate Chloe. Completes the set. So, it's summer term and it's activity week, and the business studies teacher has managed to blag a trip to Thorpe Park as a business trip. I'm definitely taking business studies now.
Me too.
Yeah, and me.
Well, if you girls are taking it, guess I'm going to have to rethink my options.
Don't be such a slime ball.
I'm just saying, that's all.
You're seriously going to decide your whole future based on a trip which is a cynical bribe to make you think that taking business studies is going to mean hanging about with your mates and going on roller coasters.
Yeah?
Pretty much.
Works for me.
I don't see the problem, sweetheart.
What about you, Bob?
What?
Are you taking business studies next year?
No, I'm taking textiles.
Oh, yes, you see?
Textiles.
Yeah?
Good for you, Bob. You follow that dream.
But textiles.
Come on,
wrong with
seriously.
textiles?
I'm sorry, it's
No, I'm
textiles.
pretty
Who
sure.
takes
All the
textiles?
things in
Oh,
the
you
world.
think it's a
I
girl's
said
subject, do you? That's pathetic.
Did I say that? Did I say that?
Oh, you implied it.
Oh, okay.
What about studies?
Thorpe Park, mate.
Thorpe
We're going to
Park
Thorpe
every
Park.
day. Oh, you fell for it, man.
Honestly. So we all get onto the minibus and squeeze into the back. And I can feel Hayley's leg brushing up against mine. And we are off.
And Dan is telling some totally crap story about this girl he met on holiday.
And it feels like we're sitting really close. I hope I don't smell bad. I did spray, but did I spray enough? So I subtly try and sniff my pits.
What's Matt doing? Is he hiding?
And someone on this bus has sprayed far too much and it's giving me a headache. Can you smell that?
What?
It smells like a cross between blocked up drains and candy floss. It's gross. Can you really not smell that?
Oh, that, yeah, I can smell that.
Totally gross.
Horrible.
And Chloe's redoing her makeup again.
And Matt keeps scratching himself. I hope he's got ringworm.
And Barry's trying unsuccessfully to start a sing-song.
I know a song that
Yes, it does.
Get on your nerves.
Or scabies.
And Dan keeps trying to put his arm around me.
Or fleas.
And then 2 minutes before we reach our destination, Bob chunders.
Oh, really?
Yeah, come on!
And finally, we're there.
And it's raining a bit, but we don't care.
We don't even have to queue.
All those other suckers are still chained to their desks.
And Sir's going over some ground rules and expectations.
But we're not really listening, kids.
We can smell the hot dogs.
We can hear the music.
And the people screaming, so
We are off! And we go on all the roller coasters.
And the pirate boat.
And the magic carpet.
And even the kiddie rides, because why not?
And then we get on the log flume.
Well, I mean, this is just pathetic, yeah? I mean, I've taken my 3-year-old cousin on Scary Horizon this year. There was this one time, we were in Portugal, right?
And we're completely soaked.
Except for Bob.
And we go inside the cafe to get a coffee and warm ourselves up.
And Chloe disappears to sort out her makeup.
She looks like a really sad clown.
And Dan and Barry skulk off for a sneaky fag too.
Leaving just me and Matt.
And Bob.
Bob, mate, you're coming.
I'm all right, mate.
Mate, we need to talk to you. It's urgent.
But I wanted to get my Sawyer decaf mocha latte.
So it's just Hayley and me. Pretty wet.
Yep, I bet I look like a drowned rat.
No, you look fine.
Fine.
All right, you look nice.
Nice. Is that the best you got?
Sorry, I mean you look really nice. Lovely?
I'm only mucking about.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
My leggings are soaked.
My t-shirt's actually not that bad. I think my hoodie took the worst of it. Feel. Do you want to take yours off? We're right by the radiator, so it should dry.
No, I'm all right.
You sure? You'll catch your death?
I can't.
What?
I can't take it off. I don't like my arms.
What?
Don't laugh, they're chunky.
They are not. Don't be ridiculous. Pass me your hoodie and I'll put it on the radiator to dry. See? Told you they're not chung. And that's when I see them. Lots and lots of scars on the top of her arms. Some must have been from a long time ago because they're faded now, but some seem sort of fresh. And I want to look at them. Hell, I want to kiss them all better, but I also want to run. Far, far away. And it's like time is standing still and she knows I've seen but haven't said anything. And every second I feel myself standing here, I feel her rubbing away from me, so I hear myself say, "Do you want to talk about it?" She starts to cry.
And I'm telling him everything. It's all tumbling out in a complete mess and I'm totally mortified because I hate crying in front of people. And we're not talking about a few artistically placed teardrops. I'm talking about proper bawling, ugly crying.
And she's telling me all of it, about her new stepdad's kids and the rows with her mum. And although she's crying a lot, she still looks beautiful.
And I'm thinking he must be really embarrassed because everyone in the coffee shop must have noticed.
And it's like everyone in the coffee shop has faded away. And it's just Hayley and me.
I don't know why I'm telling him all this.
And I don't know why she's telling me all of this. But I'm weirdly pleased she likes me enough to, so I reach out.
And he holds my hand.
And her hand feels so small. And I just want to protect it, and I don't want to let go, so
He starts asking me questions.
I ask her how long she's been doing it.
And I tell him it's almost a year now and he doesn't seem shocked.
And I'm shocked. Why? Would a girl like that, such a pretty, smart girl like that, do something so dark.
And I like that he doesn't seem shocked or disgusted and that he seems to accept it.
And I like it. I like this. I like that she's telling me. I like that she's not as perfect as I thought she was. I like that she's showing me this part she's kept hidden. That she's letting me in.
And I'm thinking maybe this isn't so weird. Sat here right now holding Matt's hand, I'm thinking maybe I'm not so weird after all.
And I ask her how often she does it, what she uses and why.
And as I tell him all of it. It's like a weight is lifted from me and he's telling me I have to stop and I'm agreeing and nodding.
And as I'm telling her she has to stop, I can't stop the picture she is painting from flashing through my mind, and I know why.
He tells me I'm beautiful and shouldn't hurt myself.
She's put the idea in my head.
He tells me that he'll keep my secret and help me to stop.
But my interest is piqued.
That I'm relieved to have told someone.
That I'm honoured to have been told.
Got any toothpaste?
And I'm slinging my damp hoodie over her shoulders.
What?
So might have seen us having a fag.
Chewing gum?
I think so.
She's let go of my hand.
And the moment has gone and we're heading out again.
And she's mouthing thank you to me.
And we don't talk about it again for almost a year.
And I don't think about it for another 6 months.
So you started doing it because of some girl you fancied?
Not straight away. But if I'm honest, yeah, that's where I got the idea.
But you told her not to do it.
Yeah, I know.
And yet you still went on to do it yourself.
I know.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know.
So what about you? What made you start?
I think for me the signs were there earlier. Maybe even in primary school.
Come on.
My mum says that we can have a sleepover at ours!
Are you serious?
Yeah, she says that we can have our sleeping bags in the living room and watch DVDs and eat popcorn and ice cream and... She even says she'll let us do our nails!
I want pink! Can I have purple?
Can I have purple too?
No, you can have lilac. I am having purple.
The thing is, because we've got the builders in, Mum says there isn't really enough room to have everyone stay at the same time, but she says we can do it twice and have 2 of you stay this weekend and 2 of you stay in a couple of weekends' time.
But I thought we'd all be together.
Yeah, but we can't because of the builders. So, this weekend, I'll have Anna and Emily, and then next time you and Lily can come.
I just didn't know.
Sophia, don't cry.
Not again.
We will have a sleepover, just not yet.
I just thought we'd all be together, that's all.
It's all right.
Do you want a hug? Hey, look, Sophia, do you see Lily crying? She's being really immature. Lily's going to the latest sleepover too, and she's not crying.
Do you want to go in my place, Sophia? I don't mind swapping.
Yeah, how about that?
But that's not fair. Hannah chose already. What about Lily now? She doesn't get to swap just because she's not the one who's crying like a baby.
Well, what about if Sophia and I go to the first one and you and Anna go to the later one?
I don't see why we all have to change our plans just because Sophia can't stop crying.
But she's upset.
She always does this. No matter what it is, we have to ruin it with Sophia crying and getting all the attention. She does this all the time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Look what you made her do.
Ugh.
You really think the signs were there all that time ago?
Because you were a bit of a crybaby.
You don't get it. I know it was just a minor, nothingy thing. But to me, it really mattered. It hurt.
If you say so.
I just found it really hard to regulate my emotions, okay? When I was up, I was really up. And when I was down, I just couldn't calm myself down.
But that was nothing.
How do you decide?
What?
What counts as a real problem? That was real to Sophia.
But it obviously wasn't
But
real.
it felt real.
Come on then. Spill the beans. What made you embark on this voyage of self-destruction?
I was never really very good at talking to people. I mainly existed on the edge of things. I kept my head down, did my schoolwork, and tried to not draw any attention to myself. I didn't have any friends, but I wasn't bullied, and no one was deliberately cruel. I wasn't anything. I was just not really there. Then in year 9, Yaz arrived. She rocked up to school in the middle of term, didn't know anybody, hip in a hijab, and she acted like, I don't know, like she belonged there. She'd walk down the corridors, shoulders back, head held high, and when she passed you, she'd smile at you. And I was put with her in science, and we chatted easy as anything. And she actually seemed to like me. And soon, pretty soon, the whole school knew her name. She was form rep, she was part of the debate team, and she played netball. And I couldn't believe that she had chosen me to be her friend and thought nothing of it. And I thought nothing could touch her. Until one day when I found her in the girls' toilets. Yaz, are you okay?
They just make me sick.
Who, Yaz? What happened?
They have no right at all.
Who? Yaz, talk to me.
Lucy and her pathetic friends in year 11.
Well, what did they say?
Oh, they have no right whatsoever. I'm just so angry.
Do you want me to get someone?
No.
Are you hurt?
No.
Well, what do you want me to do, Yaz?
Don't get someone.
But if they're picking on you, then I need to go.
You have absolutely no idea, do you? You haven't got the faintest clue.
What?
This is just how it is. They can say whatever they like to me and I'm expected just to take it. Be a good little meek Muslim girl. Well, I'm sick of it.
What did they say?
Nothing I haven't heard before.
Please, just tell me. And she's telling me. She's telling me all of it, and I've never seen her so angry. She's telling me how she was walking down the corridor
And suddenly Lucy was there with the others. They kept talking about my rucksack, saying how everyone needed to be careful because I might be a suicide bomber who's lost her way.
And I'm telling her that is ridiculous. But it's like she can't even hear me. She's so incandescent with rage.
Something sort of pinged in my brain, so I told them that not every Muslim is some kind of terrorist. But they started pulling at my rucksack and getting really rough.
And she's so angry now, she can barely even spit out her words.
Somehow my headscarf got caught and got ripped clean off my head.
And she's crying now. And telling me that she feels exposed and stupid and angry and ashamed. And I don't know what to say. I can't imagine how she must be feeling. So I'm hugging her. And I want to be telling her that I understand and it will be all right. But I don't understand. And it won't be all right. Please, Yaz, we need to tell someone.
Oh, do we?
Well, yeah, they can't be picking on you like that.
Just leave it.
No, I'm serious.
I can handle it.
Well, what happens if they pick on someone that can't handle it next time? Someone could get seriously upset or hurt. We need to
I said, leave it.
And did you leave it?
Yeah, she didn't want me to tell anyone.
That's a serious thing she's talking about. Someone could have got really hurt. She needed help.
Yeah, I realise that now.
You can't force someone to get help.
No, not if they're not ready.
You thought that if you kept her secret, it would show her she could trust you.
Exactly.
Same reason. I didn't say anything about Hayley.
nobody wants to be the one to tell.
No. But then you realise, if you don't do something, tell someone, then nothing's going to change. So I decided to tell my mum. She'd always been there for me.
And?
Well, it wasn't easy.
Matt, you're home, thank goodness. The computer's on the blink again. The screen won't turn on. Do you think it's the router?
I doubt if the screen...
I was just trying to get the dolly off her cousin's wish list. She's 7 on Monday 7. I can't believe it. Seems like it was only yesterday that we were going up St. Peter's to visit her. Do you remember, love?
Mum, could we talk?
Oh, you were about 7 or 8 at the time. Do you remember?
Mum.
You had that ridiculous Ben 10 watch on that kept beeping all the time, and you barely even looked at Abby when Zita asked you what you thought of the baby. Do you remember what you said?
Mum.
You said she doesn't do much, does she? And you made that adorable little sulky face you make. Oh, we couldn't stop laughing. Zita almost burst her stitches. Oh, the little thingamajiggy doesn't move when I jiggle the thingamajig. Oh, can you have a look at it for me?
Mum!
There's no need to shout. How did you?
I'm sorry, Mum. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Don't be sorry.
Sorry.
No, not sorry, okay? You don't need to be sorry. I'm here.
And then we talked. Well, I talked. She mainly listened, but then...
What happened, Matt? What happened that made you feel like you needed to do that?
And I'm telling her all of it. I'm telling her about feeling stupid, and the exam stress, and the stuff with Hayley.
And when you do that, then how do you feel?
I feel better. Sorry, Mum.
Okay. Do you still feel better now?
No, I feel like a complete idiot. I want to stop. Honestly, I do. You've got to believe me. I just don't know how.
It's okay. So we'll find a way for you to stop. You don't have to go through this by yourself anymore. We'll sort this out. It's okay. It's going to be okay.
Wow.
I didn't expect that, did you?
No, I thought she'd be cross with him.
Or she'd just try and pretend it wasn't happening.
I thought she'd go ballistic.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I wish my mum had been like that.
She was lovely.
Yeah. Well, we talked. Well, I mainly talked. She listened. She made me realise that although what I was doing made me feel better at the time, I'd end up just feeling worse. I was stuck in this horrible cycle. She convinced me to see a doctor, and he referred me to an expert.
And what did they do?
Wait, hang on a minute. Not even supposed to be in my story.
Oh, yeah. We asked you what made you start doing it, and you just told us a story about your friend Yaz.
Deflecting attention.
It was relevant.
How?
This isn't meant to be Yaz's story, it's yours.
She was the first person that knew about me.
You told her.
Not exactly.
Oh, what's that on your arm?
Oh no, it's nothing. I caught it on the hob.
Let me see, Tash. What have you done to yourself? Let me. Tash. There's loads of marks here.
Please don't tell everyone.
What happened?
Just leave it, Yaz.
Who did this to you?
It's not a big deal and you've got enough on your plate, okay?
No, it's not okay. Is it your mum?
No.
Because I could go with you. We could tell.
Oh, it's not my mum.
Is it someone at school?
No.
So I promise you I'll make it so their life isn't
It's
worse.
nothing to do with school.
Then what's it to do with?
You wouldn't get it.
Try me.
Look, this is stupid. I told you I'm fine.
No, you look You've got all these marks on your arm and you won't let me do anything about it and you won't tell me anything about it. What do you expect
You
me
promise not to tell anyone.
What?
Well, if I tell you, you've got to promise not to tell anyone and you'll keep it a secret.
But Tash.
Just don't tell anyone, Yaz.
Okay, I won't tell.
You promise.
Okay, I promise. Now, what happened, Tash? Who hurt you?
I did. I did it myself.
You? What? Why?
Well, I don't know. I've been doing it for a while now.
That is seriously twisted.
Thanks.
No, I mean, if you're doing it to be cool or whatever.
What?
Or if you're doing it as some kind of fashion statement.
Are you actually serious?
No, you think people will pay more attention to you.
Right, look, just like not everyone who wears a headscarf is a terrorist, not everyone who self-harms does it to be cool or for attention. I knew you wouldn't get it.
Oh, I get it, all right. You just felt like it. What if you felt like stealing a car and driving it off a bridge? Or you felt like going into Mr. Donahue's office and stabbing him to death? Or you felt like taking so many pills that you didn't wake up?
Now you're just being stupid. Of course I wouldn't do anything that extreme.
This is extreme.
Lots of people do it.
Yeah. And lots of people do extreme things. That doesn't make it okay, Tash.
Look, Yaz, it's not something I'm going to do forever. I just do it sometimes because it makes me feel better. And it's not really anyone else's business, so.
I'm your friend. Of course it's my business. You may not be burning my arms, but Tash, you're still hurting me.
Well, that makes me feel great.
Oh, no, look. It hurts me to know that you're in so much pain that you need to do that. That hurts me.
I said you wouldn't get it.
Fine, you're right. I don't get why someone as funny and talented and intelligent and as beautiful as you would need to do that to themselves. I don't, okay? Tash, you can't go on like this. You need to get
No,
some
you
help.
promised.
What?
You said...
Yeah, but I didn't know what it was.
You promised, and if our friendship means
You
anything...
know it does.
Then keep our promise, that's what friends
But
do.
Tash.
Just don't tell, just leave it.
And that was it. You kept her secret, so she kept yours.
Pretty much.
That's not really very healthy.
Yeah, I know, but she was my only friend, and I didn't want to lose her, so...
At least you had friends.
What happened to all those girls you used to hang around with?
Boarding school happened. That school went straight through to 13, and then we took a bunch of exams that decided what school we went on to. We basically all went away for school.
Was it like in Harry Potter?
No.
Shh.
I was just asking.
Well, it wasn't. Not for me, anyway. So me and Emily both ended up at the same all-girls boarding school.
Wait, which one's Emily?
Let me guess. She's that cow that kept calling you a crybaby, right?
Yeah.
Knew it.
She wasn't that bad, really. She just never understood why I was so sensitive. Still, it was nice having someone I knew go to my new school with me. So, it's the first year.
So that's year 9, right?
Yeah. And we're put in the same dorm because we went to the same prep school. There's 6 of us in there. Me and Emily. And these 4 other girls who all knew each other from before. So there's this girl, Tammy, who's like completely obsessed with horses. What are you doing?
I'm being the horsey girl.
You look ridiculous. We're almost 14, not 7.
Right, okay. Too much?
Way too much.
Well, it's all you've given me to work with. Go on to the next one.
And Florence, who's like mega super brainy. And Lydia, who's like completely obsessed with ballet. And Pandora. Pandora.
Pandora!
She's got this really long, silky hair. And when she moves her head, it's like a shampoo commercial. It's only the first day, and I'm pretty sure she's already probably the most popular girl in school.
I hate her already.
Shh. So it's the first day, and we're all settling into the dorm.
Oh my gosh! This is a total disaster!
What's the matter?
No, it's okay.
What's that?
No, I'm fine, but oh my gosh.
Tell us what's wrong.
You promised not to laugh.
Just ask her.
I'm sure she wouldn't mind. It's not like she's unpacked. We've only just got here.
I'm really embarrassed.
I'll do it if you like.
No, that wouldn't be fair.
We could all go.
No, look. It's okay. I can do this. Hi, I'm Pandora.
I'm Sophia.
Right, yeah, hi. The thing is, and I feel really awful saying this because it's really embarrassing, but I've got this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so the thing is, wherever I sleep, I have to be by the window or I get really claustrophobic and get really bad nightmares and stuff.
So you want to swap beds?
Would that be okay?
Sure, I don't mind.
Oh, that's so great of you.
It doesn't matter to me, and if you'd feel more comfortable then.
I really will.
Okay, let me just get my things.
Did you already put your stuff in the bed?
I don't mind moving them.
No, you've practically unpacked, so
It's really not a big deal.
No, honestly, let's just stick with
Look, I can just take them over there.
Look. I just don't feel very comfortable sleeping in a bed where your underthings have been under my pillow.
Well, they're just my pyjamas. And they're clean.
Yeah, I know. It's just me being weird. So I'll just go to that bed. Thanks and everything. But I'd really just feel more comfortable.
Maybe we could swap the bed sheets over.
What?
Well, I could take my bed sheets over there and you could bring yours over here.
You'd be willing to do that?
Sure, if you'd feel more comfortable.
Yeah, I really think I would.
Okay, let's do it.
That's so kind of you. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Oh, actually, there's that meet and greet down in the common room of the house parents. Yeah, would you mind meeting us down there? I'd really rather not be late and make a bad impression.
Well, maybe I could come down with you now and finish this off later.
I'd really rather not come back to an unmade bed. I mean, you're almost done.
Okay, see you down there.
What a complete piece of work.
Why didn't you stand up to her?
It wasn't that easy. She didn't seem to be doing anything wrong. And if I ever told the teachers, they'd just say it was girls being girls and 6 of one and half a dozen of the other.
Typical. Anyone with half a brain could see what she was.
I couldn't. I thought she was my friend.
Seriously.
I think she thought that as well.
How could she possibly?
Look, boarding school's weird, okay? Lots of people really like it, but if you're like me and find it hard, there's no escape. You can't get away from the people that are making you feel bad. You're with them 24/7. I just had no way of getting away, and they made me feel like I was different, the odd one out less than they were.
It makes you think, don't it?
What?
You never know what's going on in someone's mind. Not even a rich little daddy's girl.
I'm not a daddy's girl.
Oh, so you got a job then?
Well, no.
And who paid for your ticket?
Well, my parents...
And you went to a fee-paying school?
Well, yes.
Got a pony?
Well, no, actually, because my dad sold it because I never rode it, so... It's not funny.
It's a little bit funny.
Having money doesn't make you immune to mental health problems. 1 in 4 people experience a mental health problem at some point in their lives, not 1 in 4 poor people.
Ooh, sorry, Your Highness, that's mere peasant.
Not 1 in 4 people on benefits.
Oh, milady, can you spare us some change?
Look, if you're going to be like that, I'm not going to say anymore.
Oh, come on, we're only joking.
It's only a bit of banter.
Well, I don't find it very funny. Anyway, why are we even talking about me? We're supposed to be on Tasha's story.
You've done it again.
What? You don't have to tell us. Not if you don't want to.
No, it's okay. I'm okay now that I've talked it through with a professional. It's just a bit of a difficult story for other people to hear.
It's okay.
You want to hear it.
So, before I was 4, I don't really remember much. It was just me and Mum, and I'd never met my dad, and we didn't have much money. But other than that, things were fine. We got on with it. Then when I was 4, Mum met Andy, and I liked him. And I was happy because she was happy. And I remember he'd always bring us ice cream and books and stuff. And pretty soon he was staying over every night. So when Mum asked if I minded if he lived there permanently, I didn't think it was much of a big deal. I liked him. I even asked if I could call him Dad, and he laughed and agreed. Well, I don't really remember much because I was little. I remember me sitting on his lap and him brushing my hair for hours. And him laying in bed next to me when I was ill and I couldn't get to sleep. Then when I was 7, I remember this one thing. I remember Mum coming into my room when he was there and getting really angry. And I remember her shouting and shouting at him to get out. And I remember him crying and saying he wouldn't do it again. And I was just yelling and yelling at them to stop shouting. The next morning, he was gone. And Mum said that if he ever came to the house, I mustn't answer the door, and if he ever rung the home phone, I should hang up. I asked her why, but she just kept crying and telling me that she was sorry and to eat my cereal. She never said it, but I always thought it was my fault that Andy left. And I don't know why, but I always thought I took away my mum's greatest chance of happiness. But we moved soon after that, and I never saw him again.
He was abusing you.
Yeah.
Sick pervert.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry for me. Be sorry for my mum. I didn't even know what was happening.
Still, that's rough. No wonder you ended up...
So that seems like an obvious link, does it? Kid gets abused by stepdad and obviously goes on to self-harm.
Well, no, not necessarily, but still
Lots of people go through much worse.
Still, not really surprising it ended up affecting your self-esteem.
Especially if you thought all this time you had done something wrong.
I don't even remember it.
I suppose that doesn't matter now.
You sound like my psychiatrist.
They helped you work things out then?
Eventually, but we're skipping ahead now. I didn't get to meet her for another 7 years. So, what about you two? Any disturbing skeletons in the closet now we're up for sharing and caring?
No.
Nothing like that.
Oh, so not everyone who self-harms goes for a screwed up, abusive childhood?
No.
Guess I'm just lucky then. So what about you, Princess? What made you turn to the dark side?
Leave it out.
No, come on, I'm curious.
It seems really pathetic now.
Well, it must have been something to you though, so...
Yeah, but compared to what you've just said,
Just tell us.
It must have been pretty bad if you ended up... Well, what did you end up doing?
Okay, so I never really settled at school. The more I tried to fit in, the more out of it I felt. And there was this one day where everyone had gone swimming and I was back in the dorm because I had period pains.
Oh, get over it.
And Emily came to check on me.
Hey, so. Sophia! You awake?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I've just got stomachache, that's all.
Oh. Time of the month.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yep.
I'm really lucky. Mine hardly hurt at all.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to be insensitive. I just wanted to check you were okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm fine. Sorry.
So, if you weren't feeling so rough, you would come swimming with us?
Yeah?
Are you sure?
Yeah, why not?
It's just that some of us were wondering, and you can tell me that this is none of my business, but we were wondering if you might feel a bit, I don't know, a bit self-conscious in a swimsuit.
Why would you think that?
Not that we think you should feel self-conscious or anything, and it's really great if you don't, because we all think you're really pretty anyway.
You think I'm pretty?
Yeah, like we all do. Pan was saying just the other day that you'd be like one of the prettiest girls here if you just lost a few pounds.
So you're saying I'm fat?
No, not fat. We would never say that. It's just that, well, you are a little bit bigger than the rest of us, so I just thought maybe if I
Well,
could, you know-
don't, okay?
Hey, Soph, I didn't mean it like that. I just want to help. Huh? And I mean, maybe if you weren't so big, then your period might not hurt as much.
What?
I mean, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but none of the rest of us get this rough with it, so I just wondered.
Right.
Oh, Soph,
Thanks a lot, Emily.
I just wanted to help.
Well, you're not helping.
It's just that, well, some of us have been feeling, well, not fat, but like we're a little bit bigger than we want to be, so we've been taking these.
What are they? Are they illegal?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Pan bought them in Boots. They just help you shed a few extra pounds.
How do they work?
Well, you just sort of poo it out.
Delightful. So you've all been taking them then?
Well, not all of us have, but me, Pan and Lydia have, so do you want to try?
Yeah, thanks, Emily.
You're welcome. I hope you feel better.
Thanks. Oh, God, that's horrible. I think she was trying to be helpful.
Really?
Yeah, in her own way. I don't think she realised what she'd done.
What had she done?
Planted a seed.
What do you mean?
Well, I was already feeling sad and lonely, and like I was different from everyone else. And then she gave me those pills.
Laxatives.
Yeah.
They can be really dangerous.
She made me think that all my problems were because I was different or that I didn't look as good as everyone else. I started to think that if I looked better, I'd feel better. The thoughts just kept going round and round in my head. You're ugly.
You're not ugly.
You're fat.
You're not.
It doesn't matter how many times you're told you're not. The thoughts just keep whirling around in your head. You're fat. You're ugly. Nobody wants to be seen with you. I just couldn't shake that thought. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Me too.
Really?
Completely.
Hi, I'm Matt, and I used to think I was stupid.
Hi, I'm Tash, and I used to think everyone would be happier if I wasn't here.
Ouch.
But I don't think that anymore.
What changed?
Well, it took a really long time, but eventually I had to accept that I needed help, and I agreed to see a psychiatrist.
Tash?
Yes.
That's your psychiatrist.
Yeah, that's Lisa.
She's really young.
So?
I don't know, I just thought of an old guy with a beard and a white coat.
Oh, don't believe everything you see on TV.
I don't know. You just think of a psychiatrist and you think of something big and scary. mean, she's hot.
Matt.
Yeah, sorry.
You know why you've been sent to me?
I overdosed.
You overdosed.
I told you things got worse before they got better.
Yeah, but I didn't realise. I just didn't think things had gone that far.
I'm so sorry.
And have you done this before?
No, I burned myself before, but never this.
Can you tell me what happened to trigger this latest incident?
My friend Yaz. I thought I'd lost her.
And how did you feel?
Like, everything would be better if it wasn't for me. Like, if only I'd been a better friend or actually cared enough to ask her what was going on, then maybe she wouldn't have been...
Okay. And when you felt like this before, how did you try to cope?
I'd talk to Yaz, but Yaz wasn't there, so it made me feel worse.
So that's when you did it.
Yes.
And how did you feel?
I felt better because I was stopping it. I was stopping myself from inflicting any more pain and suffering onto the people I love.
And did that feeling last?
No, I felt dreadful hearing my mum cry and talking to the doctors on the phone. I had just made everything worse, and on top of that, she had to worry about me topping myself.
And how did that make you feel?
Like, everything would be better if it wasn't for me.
So where do you want to break the cycle?
That's not how I imagined it.
In what way?
Well, she actually asked you what you wanted.
Yeah, it took a really long time for me to figure out what I wanted, but Lisa helped me to do that.
I just thought, I don't know. When I think of a psychiatrist, I always imagine someone telling you what to do.
Yeah, I was surprised. We didn't really talk much about my self-harming at first, just everything around it. And my mum had gone on about pretty much nothing but self-harm for months. So it was a nice break.
At least your mum wanted to talk about it. My parents treated the entire thing like a massive inconvenience.
Did you try and talk to them?
Even after school called, they just wanted to pretend like nothing was happening.
Hello, Pumpkin. Hey. Hey, it's okay. I'm here. It's okay. Shh, shh. It's okay. Take a deep breath, okay? Come. With me. In. And out. In. And out. Okay?
It's just...
Calmly. Okay, take a breath.
Can I come home with you, Dad?
What's this?
I want to change schools.
We're not going to make any decisions whilst you're this upset, okay?
I'm going to be this upset whilst I'm here.
Look, Miss Barton told me about the accident. It's okay.
No, it's not. Nobody wants to share a dorm with me next year.
I'm sure that's not the case. She said everyone's being very mature and understanding.
They're not.
Look, I know having diarrhea can be horrible, but it can happen to anyone. People understand that.
They don't.
Look, I'm sure they do. And she said she's going to keep an extra close eye on you, and she's made a referral for you to talk to the counsellor about the other stuff.
What other stuff?
She said you haven't been coping recently.
What does she mean, not coping?
She said one of the other girls...
What does she mean, not coping?
She said one of the other girls...
Who?
Soph. They said that you've been pulling at your hair. Pulling bits out whilst you think no one's watching. Hey, look at me. Why are you doing that?
I'm not.
Pumpkin.
Look, I just want to come home with you. Can I come home with you, Dad?
Look, your mother and I have talked to Miss Barton and we all feel...
What about how I feel?
We all feel you'd be better off here, where you can be kept a close eye on. You know if you come home, you'll end up on your own a lot of the time.
I don't care.
Look, you're better here. You're settled here, you've got your friends.
I don't. Nobody wants to be in my dorm next year.
I'm sure that's not true.
Where's Mum?
Look, you know she
I
couldn't
just
get away
want to
this
talk
time.
to Mum.
Look, you can talk to her on the phone, okay? But she's only going to say what I'm saying now. You need to stay at school. Concentrate on your lessons, and in a week or two, this will all have blown over. Okay? Now, give your dad a hug before I go. And he just left you there.
He thought he was doing the right thing.
But he wasn't.
He didn't realise how serious things were. He'd never heard of trichotillomania.
What?
It's a condition where a person feels compelled to pull their hair out.
Oh, right. I didn't realise that was a thing.
Well, it is. And it just got worse and worse.
Did you not talk to the counsellor?
I just felt like I was a problem that everyone was trying to fix. A big, fat inconvenience that my parents just wanted to pay someone to sort it out like they always did. So I told the counsellor what she wanted to hear. I'm better. I was stressed before, but everything's fine now. She signed me off. I was fixed.
But you weren't.
No, I don't think my parents knew what to do.
My mum wanted to help, but I don't think she knew how. We'd always end up going round and round in circles. She'd shout, then I'd shout. She'd cry, then I'd cry, and then I'd storm out.
Tash! Tash! Can you come in here, please? We need to talk.
I've got homework, Mum.
Well, this is important. Can you sit down?
You're always telling me you want me to do my homework and then stop me when I try.
Well, you can do it later. Please, sit down. Right, so how are you? How are things?
What? Is that it? Is that the best you got? I'm fine. Can I go to my room now?
No. We said after what happened before that we'd be honest with each other and we'd talk.
Not this again. I'm fine.
But you're not, are you, Tash?
What's that supposed to mean?
I know you've done it again. I found some things in your room.
You've been going through my stuff.
Tash, I was worried.
You say we're supposed to trust each other and then you go through my things.
I had to, Tash. You don't talk to me.
Because I don't want to. I'm fine, okay? Why can't we just leave it at that?
Because I can't let you go on hurting yourself without doing anything about it.
Why not? It's my body. And why does it make the slightest difference to you what I do with it?
You need to stop it, Tash.
Well, I don't want to, okay? I like it. It makes me feel better just because you're too stuck in your own head to understand that.
I'm trying to understand.
But you can't. My whole life I felt sort of numb, stuck in some kind of fog. And when I do it, it makes me feel something and I like it, okay?
Tash, it is not okay. You can't keep doing it. It's not healthy.
Well, it says who?
Well, it's just not. I mean,
Well, it's just not up to you, is it? You always taught me. It's my body. I can decide what I want to do with it.
yes, but I was talking about not letting people touch you if you didn't
But it
feel
is
ready.
my body.
Well, obviously, I wish you'd respect it more.
Oh, so now you're saying I haven't got any self-respect?
Not that way. Look, I want you to try to listen.
Yeah, but
and
that's
we can-
just it, isn't it? What you want, not what I want. I'm fine as I am.
Tash, you're not. This isn't normal.
Great. So now I feel like a complete freak.
Tash, you know I didn't mean it that
Thanks
way.
a lot, Mum. Yeah, it's just brilliant.
Look, I'm not going to go over this again, okay? This has to stop. You have to... Tash, don't walk away from me. Tash!
I'm not sure what's worse. Talking about it too much or not at all.
It's definitely worse keeping it all bottled up. Is there no one you could talk to?
Well, how'd Yaz?
I talked to my physics teacher, Dr. Silverberg. He was really helpful.
Your physics teacher?
Yeah, I couldn't stand my house mistress, so...
Were you really good at physics?
Nope, I'm rubbish. I just felt like I could talk to him.
Out of all the people in the world, you chose your male physics teacher.
I know he wasn't the obvious choice. It doesn't really matter who you talk to as long as you talk to someone you trust.
Sophia, are you okay?
That's Dr. Silverberg.
Yeah, and...
It's just not how I imagined him.
Shh.
I'm okay.
And you sure if you ever weren't okay, you could talk to me?
Yes, thank you. I pull my hair.
Okay. And is this the first time that you've done this?
No.
So what made you do it this time?
I saw a note some of the girls in my dorm were passing around.
I like how he's not just telling her to stop. He's actually trying to understand.
And this hurt your feelings?
Yes.
And how did it make you feel?
Like I'm ugly.
And when you felt like this before, what have you done to cope?
I'd listen to music.
But that didn't work this time.
He's trying to help her to find positive coping mechanisms.
I put my music on my headphones really loud and I had to cry, but Pandora saw me and told everyone. So I just felt worse.
So this is when you did it.
Yes.
And how did it make you feel?
Better. Because for once, I was in control.
And did that feeling last?
No. I felt ugly again. Because I had a massive bald spot and my skin was sore and I couldn't wear my hair how I liked it.
And then, how did you feel?
Like I'm fat. I'm ugly. Like no one wants to be near me.
So you were back to where you started? He was so calm and non-judgmental.
He really helped me to get better. I can be a bit over-emotional.
Yeah, we got that.
Oi. He just made me see things differently.
Yeah, it's like you have to teach your brain to think different thoughts.
Yeah, think kinder thoughts.
I realised I would never treat others the way I treated myself.
Exactly.
So what made you get better?
Well, my mum and my GP tried to make me take these pills.
Antidepressants?
Yeah, but I didn't like the idea.
You weren't ready.
No. So I used to say I'd taken them and then not really take them. But eventually things got so bad that I went to see the doctor and they made me realise that because I was depressed, the chemicals in my brain were completely unbalanced and it made it even harder for me to deal with my problem. It was like there was this quietness that just wrapped itself around me.
The Dementor's kiss?
Oh, would you quit going on about Harry Potter?
Sorry.
So once things were more balanced, I was able to talk to a therapist and I had this thing called CBT.
Cognitive behavioural therapy. I had that.
Seriously?
What's that?
Well, it makes you aware of the patterns in your behaviour and helps you to teach your brain to think in more helpful ways.
That's what Dr. Silverberg did for me. I realised that I was stuck in this horrible cycle and couldn't break out of it.
Yep, I know that feeling.
And me. The arguments with my mum used to drive me mad. It would all get too much and I'd run off crying.
Where would you go?
Ah,
Yaz. Yaz, it's me. Yes, well, can I come in?
Yeah, sure. Oh, she's
Oh, yeah, sorry. Are your mum and dad not home?
not at the minute.
What time will they be home?
I'm not too sure.
Can I sleep over?
What happened this time?
Oh, she just won't get off my case.
Well, she's probably just worried.
No, she's interfering. All she ever says is stop doing it, stop doing it.
She might actually have a point. Have you done it again
Well, now
recently?
you're starting to sound like her. Don't you think I would have stopped if I could?
Show me. Oh, Tash, that looks really nasty.
Yeah, I know.
Did you run it under a cold tap?
Yes.
For at least 10 minutes.
Maybe not.
Oh, I think it might be infected.
No, it's just a
Oh,
blister.
Tash, don't. You might make it worse. Take off your watch.
What?
Take off your watch. It might swell up. Right. We're going to the walk-in centre first thing tomorrow morning. You might need antibiotics.
Oh, Yaz, just leave it. I'm fine.
Fine. Fine. We'll leave it. Don't blame me when you end up needing your arm amputated.
Amputated. Don't overreact.
I'm not. If you leave a burn and let it get infected, it can happen.
Oh, so you're a doctor now?
No.
Then how do you know?
I just know, all right?
But but something's weird in the way she's looking at me. And I don't know why I push it with her, but I do, and suddenly it's all tumbling out. She's telling me about the city she used to live in, and how she loved learning and loved her old school and had lots of friends. And then the summer before she moved to secondary, she decided she wanted to wear a headscarf.
My mum wore one, and so it made sense for me to do the same. My dad wasn't so sure, but I told him, Dad, lots of my friends are going to the same school. They know we're Muslims. Why would they care if I wore a scarf? It doesn't change who I am. So when September came, I wore my scarf, and I walked into school with my head held high. But secondary school is not like being in the juniors. So many people with so much to say.
And she's telling me that's when the bullying started, and it just got worse. The nasty looks and comments soon turned into physical threats and violence. Kids calling her a traitor and a terrorist.
And those friends from primary, they just looked the other way. They didn't want to get involved. My parents went into the school and some kids got excluded. And every assurance was made that I would be safe. But teachers can't be watching all of the time. And friends of those excluded kids, they wanted revenge.
So they waited until no one was looking and no one could hear her cry, and they surrounded her. They held her still and demanded that she took off her headscarf, and when she refused, one of the girls pulled out a lighter and said she was going to burn her like a witch.
I don't know whether she intended what happened or whether she just wanted to frighten me. As the naked flame waved by my face, I struggled and the flame caught my hijab and started to burn.
And she's telling me what burning flesh smells like. But then, I already know. And she's telling me how they left her while she screamed and cried, and about the ambulance ride, which she barely even remembers, and the serious burns to her neck and arms, and how she had to stay in hospital. And I don't know what to say. I can't imagine how she must be feeling. And I know I should be thinking about her and her feelings and how she can possibly cope with something like that happening, but I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking I'm a terrible friend for not knowing about this sooner. I'm thinking I'm a fraud for burning myself when my closest friend has survived being burnt alive. I'm thinking she'd be better off if it wasn't for me.
So I know my stuff about first aid, okay? Promise me, we can go tomorrow.
Yaz, I don't know what to say.
Tomorrow.
Okay. And I'm trying to think of something to say. But there is nothing I can say. So I say no more, and we don't speak about it again.
That's horrendous.
Yeah, I know. This whole time she'd been listening to me whinging on when she had her problems of her own.
What a good friend.
Yeah, the best.
Didn't you have anyone to talk to?
No one at school.
Not even, what's her name? Hayley.
Especially not Hayley. So, it's coming to the end of year 10. Stuff's starting to change. Things are getting more serious. There's more homework and it's getting harder. Teachers are telling us it's time we start knuckling down, that next year it will be too late. It's like I'm the only one who's noticed. Dan's still spinning his usual crap. Barry's still buying it. Chloe's still spending half her time in the loos reapplying her slap. And Hayley, well, Hayley, she's doing really well. And Miss Knight's handing back our maths mocks. And everyone's looking at their grades.
Bogger.
Ah, crap.
What'd you get? 2. Our Asian almighty 1.
Respect.
Chloe, what do you get?
Oh, 4.
Me too.
Snap.
What about you, Bob?
What?
What'd you get in the exam?
Oh, 9.
What? You got a 9?
No way, let me see that.
What about you, Matt?
Yeah, Matt. How'd it go?
Matt?
You right, Matt?
Mate?
and everything spins into slow motion. And I'm getting out of my chair, and I'm crossing for the door, and Miss Knight's saying something, and Dan's making a lame joke or another about diarrhea, and I'm running full pout down the corridors into the toilets, and I'm in the cubicle and I lock the door. And I think I might be dying. There's a pain in my chest and I can't get my breath, and my heart is beating out of my ribcage, and my head is buzzing and my heart is thumping, and I feel sick in the stomach. And then...
Matt, are you okay?
It's Bob. I'm trying to sound normal. Yeah, I'm okay, mate. Just needed the loo. You go back to class. And he stands there for a bit, and I see his feet move. I hear his footsteps fade back up the corridor, and I need to get it together. I need to calm down, get out of this toilet, and get back to class. Make up some lame excuse and get on with it. The longer I leave it, the worse it will be, but I can't stop thinking about this exam paper and the empty desk, and the panic started to rise in me again, and I need to get out of here. I need to get some air. I need to breathe. And I'm out of the cubicle. And I want to turn left. I mean to, I really do, but instead I'm turning right, and I'm up to the front door, and I'm through the front door and out of the main gate. It's only when I'm halfway home and my head starts to clear I realise what I've done. Crap. I've officially walked out of class and completely off campus. I'm officially truanting, and I didn't even mean to. I know I should go back in and explain to Miss Knight, but I can't seem to program my body to do it. So I'm on my own road, heading to my own gate, and I'm putting the key in the door and heading up the stairs when...
Oh, Matt, you're home. How was the exam?
What?
The maths mock. You said you were getting results today?
Oh, right, yeah. It went fine. I got a 7.
Oh, a 7, that's wonderful. Just think, if you're getting 7s now, just think what you'll get in the real thing. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
And I escaped to my bedroom and locked the door. And that's when I did it. I cut myself.
Over a maths test.
Yeah, I know it sounds really stupid.
Well, it is really stupid.
Look, it wasn't just the maths exam, okay? It was everything.
What did you get?
What?
In the maths test, what did you get?
Got a 4, okay?
Well, that's not so bad. At least you passed.
I don't get 4s. I'm good at maths.
So you had an off day.
Whatever it was, I just got myself into such a state. I couldn't find a way of getting out of it. I needed to release it.
Couldn't you tell your mum?
I just lied to her, so I felt terrible.
Couldn't you talk to a friend from school or something?
No.
Well, people must have found out.
I did it in places that they wouldn't see. Bunk PE, so no one saw me getting changed.
But didn't you and Hayley, you know?
We're only 15s, we weren't exactly physical. I mean, everyone thought we had been doing it for ages, but...
You weren't?
We kissed and stuff, but nothing more.
And you were okay with that?
Suited me just fine. I mean, it's not like I wouldn't have wanted to, but I couldn't risk anyone finding out.
You were afraid that they'd make you get help?
No, I was afraid how they'd react.
In what way?
Oh, come on. Everyone finds out you've been self-harming and that's it.
Nobody wants to know.
No. Everyone wants to know about it.
Well, first you put this on Instagram.
That's a bit full on.
Yeah, so I wrote this.
Ouch.
And then today, she comes in brazen as anything with a short sleeve shirt on. I mean, you could see everything.
Oh, she's coming.
Dan, move your bag. What? Put your bag on the seat. Shh, pretend we haven't seen her.
Hi. Hayley, can we talk?
Well, we already are.
Yeah, I mean, could you and I have a talk on our own?
Whatever you've got to say, you can say it in front of my friends.
I just thought maybe you and I could, you know, 'cause
I haven't got anything to hide. Have you?
no. Right, so, well, I was
Well,
thinking...
spit it out. We haven't got all day.
I was thinking it would be nice if perhaps we could hang around together sometime like we used to.
You want to hang around with us?
Yeah.
Well, when?
Lunchtime after
busy.
school. But I didn't say which day.
I said we're busy.
But
Look, Chloe, it's getting a bit embarrassing, really. Hayley said, we're busy.
Yeah, have some self-respect.
Look, you've clearly made lots of friends like you online, so why don't you go and whinge to them, eh? Hayley's tried to be a good friend, but everyone's got their breaking point, and this is hers. Take the hint. You're not wanted. I did not want to show you that.
I'm not surprised. You're busy making her life hell when she's already at rock bottom. And then you're going home and doing the same thing.
Well, at least I kept mine a secret.
Oh, and that makes it better, does it?
Look, I'm not saying what I did was right, but at least I'm not moping around the corridors wearing too much eye makeup, posting my latest burn scars on Instagram.
Oh, well, she was obviously depressed.
Well, clearly, but everyone thought she was just a drama queen.
Okay, let's say she was seeking attention. Can you blame her? You're too busy with your crappy love lives and personal crisis to even register her existence.
I know, and I feel terrible. And if I could change it, I would, okay? But I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
You can talk to her.
So you were a prat. It's not too late to make things right.
Yes, it is.
What are you talking about?
Matt, what do you mean?
Look, I can't do this right now.
No way, Matt. What happened to Chloe?
What do you even care? We've literally just met.
Don't walk away from us, Matt.
Oh, my God.
What?
You're not talking about Chloe Foreman, are you, Matt?
You knew her.
Wow, not Chloe Foreman.
Please, Tash, don't do this.
Who's Chloe Foreman?
You'd know her face. Everyone knows her face.
Please, Tash, don't.
What are you talking about?
Her mum came into our school.
My name is Sarah Foreman. Some of you might have seen me on the news. Most of you probably know that my daughter Chloe took her life 3 months ago. If you've read about her, you may know that she had, for a long time, struggled with self-harm and an eating disorder. That she had become addicted to destructive websites and that she was bullied at school. I'd like to start by telling you some things you might not know about my daughter. Chloe was a talented designer who wanted to study fashion at university. Just last year, she'd won a competition, and the outfit she designed was worn by a top model in London Fashion Week. She played guitar badly. Chloe was a very loyal friend. She was a loving sister and daughter and always volunteered to look after her little brother. She always knew how to make me laugh. She was my best friend. We first became aware of Chloe's self-harm when she was in year 10. I came home early from work one day and checked her laptop. I felt bad because I've always trusted her. In the end, I wished I'd checked sooner. That's when I realized that our beautiful, talented daughter was posting photo after photo of her poor, shrunken and damaged young body and receiving hundreds of comments from 6 strangers who were logging on, encouraging her to hurt herself. I confiscated her laptop and her mobile. We took her to the doctor and we all went together for therapy as a family. I just couldn't understand why she wanted to do it. I begged her to stop. She had 8 weeks off of school. I would watch her all the time to make sure she was safe. I checked on her in the middle of the night. I searched her drawers and her handbag. We even disconnected the Wi-Fi. As the weeks went by, Chloe seemed more like herself. She hadn't done it in a while and she'd started to gain some weight. Our therapist suggested that we give Chloe more freedom and some online privileges and privacy. She kept telling me she needed to live in the real world. I gave in. Less than 2 months later, I came in to give Chloe a goodnight kiss and found that she had killed herself. And that's it. 7 weeks was all the time it took for them to get at her again. And I am telling you this because absolutely nothing good can come from what happened to Chloe. No words can bring her back, but I just thought if I can make your generation more aware or stop one teenager from following Chloe's path, then it will have been worth speaking out. Any questions?
And we all just sit there. No one knows what to say. There's this horrible, awkward silence. And we all know about self-harm and internet safety, or we think we do. But hearing it like this, from someone's mum, it's just different. This sort of thing doesn't happen at school. Adults don't walk into our school and tell the truth so blatantly. Adults don't walk into our school and openly cry in front of the whole year. And no one knows what to say, but then Yaz is putting her hand up.
Yes?
And Yasmin's standing up and my heart is beating in my mouth.
Firstly, I am so sorry for your loss. And I'd like to thank you sincerely on behalf of all of us for sharing your experience with us.
And no one even sniggers.
I just wanted to ask if that's okay. How did you react when you first found out that Chloe was self-harming?
I was angry. I just couldn't understand why someone who had everything going for her would want to do such a thing. I was furious with her.
Because you thought she was pathetic for doing such a thing.
And everyone thinks that Yaz has overstepped the mark now, and the teacher's making a move as though to silence her, and some people are muttering, but Chloe's mum raises her hand to stop them and...
No, it's a fair question. That's what Chloe thought. She thought I was angry because I thought she was being stupid or pathetic or self-indulgent, but I was angry because I felt helpless. I didn't think she was pathetic. I thought she was wonderful. I just wanted to help her so badly. I know now that the problem isn't actually the self-harm, it's the feelings underneath it, but I wasn't scared of the feelings. It was the harming that freaked me out. I didn't know what to do, so I lectured her and nagged her and kept telling her to stop. I was frightened she'd go too far harming herself, and, well, my fear was justified.
And Yaz thanks the woman and sits down. And her gaze hardly lingers on mine, but she and I both know what she's done. With absolute subtlety, style, and grace, she's made me see my mum in a whole different light, and I want to run out of here, and I want to run home and give my poor mum a hug. But I don't. Because I can't. I can't draw attention. But something's changing inside of me. And I'm thinking, I'm going to beat this thing. And I'm thinking my mum's going to help me. And for the first time in a really long time, I'm actually feeling positive. And Yaz has broken the tension now, and the questions are coming thick and fast. And Chloe's mum is explaining about helplines and safe websites. And we're all listening, because how could you not listen when someone is telling you that the number of children and teenagers that have been to A&E for self-harm is at an all-time high, and that 1 in 5 15-year-olds have said they are self-harmed in the past year. And the bell's ringing now, and Mrs. dismissing us row at a time and thanking Chloe's mum. And almost no one is speaking, but I am changed. And I'm definitely going to go home and talk to my mum. I'm going to go home and apologise and say I will go to the doctor. But first, I need to thank Yaz for what she's done. So I'm looking for her at the bus stop and she's not there. And I'm thinking, that's a bit weird because usually she waits for me. But my mum's not back home from work for another hour, so I can spare the time. So I'm making a detour to Yaz's house before I go straight back home. And I'm thinking, maybe I'll buy my mum some flowers or I'll cook her dinner so it's ready for when she gets back. But then I get to Yaz's house and everything's wrong. There's sirens and flashing lights and the police have cordoned it all off. And I could see smoke. And I hear myself screaming her name, screaming for Yaz, but the police won't let me through, so I'm turning and I'm walking away. And I'm travelling home in a blur. And I'm not picking up the flowers. And I'm not putting the dinner on. And I'm heading straight to the medicine cabinet.
Tash. Tash, are you home? Tash? Tash, what happened? Tash? Tash? Oh, Christ, Tash. Tasha, talk to me, Tash. Tasha? Hello? Hello, yes, ambulance, please. Yes, it's my daughter. It's my daughter. She's not conscious. Please come quickly. She's 15. Tash!
And I can hear everything she's saying, but I can't talk back. And it's like the world is moving in a weird, dreamlike pace.
God, yes, she's in here. Please come quickly.
What's her name?
Tash. It's Tasha.
Okay, Tash. Tasha, can you hear me?
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Open your eyes.
How old is she?
She's 15.
Do you know if she's taken anything?
Okay, Tash, we're just going to roll you over in case you're sick, okay?
I don't know.
Is she on any regular medication?
She has antidepressants.
Can you get them?
Yes, I think so, yes.
Okay,
is
Tash.
she okay? Is she going to be okay?
We're just going to roll you over so we can put you on the stretcher to get you in the ambulance, okay? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, these are pills.
Yes. Oh, wake up, Tasha, please. Please wake up.
We're going to take you both to the hospital now, okay? Do you have your house keys?
What?
You need your house keys, your phone, anything else you might need.
Right,
I think you may need to put some shoes on.
right, yes.
Okay, Tash, it's a short ride to St. George's now, okay?
And as I hear the sirens start to wail, my mum completely loses it. Yaz, are you?
Your mum's just talking with the doctors.
But what happened?
Don't try to speak.
Your house. And she's telling me that when she left the assembly hall, her mum was waiting for her at the gate. And she's telling me how there was a fire, but at the house at the end of her road. And her mum thought she might freak out, so she came to pick her up. And she's telling me how they went to get some dinner. And while they were out, she called me. And my mum picked up my mobile and told her I was here. And she insisted that her mum brought her straight here. But Yaz, the fire
An electrical fault.
So it's nothing to do with...
No,
But I thought it had happened again.
not everything stays the same. Some things do change.
I'm so sorry.
What for?
For being selfish, for banging on about my problems when you have problems of your own.
This is not a competition, Tash. You are not selfish. You felt horrible enough about yourself to need to do this. It wouldn't have mattered to me if you were upset because you'd broken a fingernail or because you'd broken your neck. The fact is, you were upset. That's all that mattered.
But
Seriously, I mean it.
I'm sorry I wasn't a better friend.
You were. You were the best friend I could have possibly hoped for. You can't be there for someone if they won't let you.
What happens now?
It's time for your life to change.
I don't know if I can.
You can.
And I'm looking at Yaz. Brave, beautiful, wise beyond her years, Yaz. My mum's coming in, face red raw from crying. And I know that Yaz is right. It's time for me to get the help I need. And it's gonna be hard, but with them by my side, I know I can do it.
So, slowly.
A little bit at a time.
Things actually got better.
And I started to count the days since I last did it.
And the numbers got bigger.
Days into weeks and into months.
And sometimes I still have to check myself.
Old habits are hard to break.
And I know that if I ever go there again, don't worry, I won't.
You better not.
I know that if I ever do, though, I can get myself out again.
It was no good thinking I'd just stop because I didn't know how to.
But with the help from my friend and my psychiatrist,
My teacher.
My mum.
we broke the cycle. And we ended up here
In a field.
At a fantastic festival.
in the long summer after GCSEs.
And if we can do it, you can too. And I'm actually really happy because I'm not that person.
That girl,
That boy.
That's attention-seeking girl. I'm just
Tash.
Sophia.
Matt.
So that's it, our play.
It was about self-worth
Mental health.
and self-harm.
Because we're not hiding anymore.